Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, severe tropical storm Florita batters Northern Luzon. Thousands are now holed up in evacuation centers. We'll get an update from NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal. And later, COVID-19 cases are decreasing in the country. Is this the end of the current wave of infections? Octa research fellow Guido David also joins us in the program. Florita unleashed its wrath in some parts of the country. At least 2 people were reportedly injured and over 3,000 families evacuated in Cagayan Valley region. Several towns were also flooded. In Tuguegarao City, massive floods turned roads into rivers as seen in this video taken outside Cagayan State University Carig campus. In another video, a number of houses in a subdivision are flooded, while some people wade through ankle to knee deep water. In Isabela, where Florita made landfall Tuesday morning, Governor Rodolfo Albano says skies are starting to clear in the southern portion of the province, but bridges in some towns are not yet passable.
In Macunaco, nung naglandfall, there were about 150 families, totaling to 380 individuals that were evacuated already. Some evacuees also were done here in Santo Tomas and some in some parts in Cabagan. There were evacuees there, but very minimal lang.
Heavy rains also brought floods to those living near the river in Metro Manila, as seen in this time-lapse video from Talayan Riverside in Quezon City. The owner of the video says the waters there have already subsided. Both the number coding scheme and Libreng Sakay are suspended in the National Capital Region today due to Florita. Severe tropical storm Florita has exited the country, but some areas are still reeling from its impact. Work and classes are suspended today in Metro Manila and other areas due to Florita. President Bongbong Marcos's order covers government offices and public schools in Metro Manila, Cavite, Laguna, Rizal, Bulacan, and Zambales. You may check our website at cnnphilippines.com for class suspensions from private schools and other areas. Social Welfare Secretary Erwin Tulfo assures evacuees there is enough food packs available for immediate distribution. Tulfo says the food packs are already in the agency's regional offices in Northern Luzon. He adds funds are readily available to help those affected in the Ilocos region.
So far right now, yung buong region ng ito pong Luzon cluster are on standby, naka-ready. Lalong-lalo na pa yung National Resource Operation Center namin, yung pinaka-warehouse po namin sa Pasay, naka-ready na rin. Pero don't worry ho, we have sufficient. We have over 100,000 food boxes po na naka-standby lang po sa amin sa Regions 1 and 2.
We will be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal. Sir Mark, welcome back to The Source. Thank you so much for your time. Let me ask you, sir, ano ho ba yung hardest hit area due to Florita?
So far, ma'am, our assessments for damages in current after Florita is still ongoing. Umiigi pa lang po kasi ang panahon in North Luzon. But what we're seeing right now is that the areas po na dinaanan ng mata ng bagyo, starting in Maconacon, Isabela, where it had its landfall, and then going westward, Cagayan, Isabela, the mountain provinces, and then Region 1. Ito po medyo naapektuhan talaga nitong ating pag-uulan. We were able to receive reports of multiple flooding incidents happening in North Luzon as a consequence of the storm. There had been landslides as well that had been monitored, but so far, as of this morning's reporting, we don't have any casualties yet. None had been officially reported to us, but we received report of initial information of 3 to 4 injured persons in Cagayan. And we received information about a vehicular accident involving a bus in Nagilian, Isabela, where 2 possible fatalities were reported. But this is still being investigated and validated by our counterparts in the local government unit to determine whether this is indeed connected to the storm or not.
Okay, but officially, any missing and the number of injured, sir?
None so far. No casualty publication as of this time, Ma'am Pinky, because we are still waiting for the complete report of those incidences monitored last night from those affected areas.
So wala pa pong official numbers on any injured or missing from the NDRRMC. But you mentioned something that there were landslides. Which areas are these, sir?
Yes, po. There were landslides that had been reported in Region 5 and in the Cordilleras. However, no casualties had been left by these landslide incidents. As of this time, we received notice that a portion of Cannon Road had experienced a landslide. That's why Cannon Road is closed at this time.
Okay.
Near Tuba Benguet in Camp 3. But no casualties from these landslide incidents.
I see. Sir Mark, what about roads or bridges that were damaged?
So far, no report of damages to bridges and roads, Ms. Pinky. But what we have received information on is that there are 7 roadways in Region 1, Region 2, and the Bicol region and the Cordilleras that are not passable as of this point in time due to to landslide events happening there, some damages, and flooding incidents. We also have 7 bridges that are unpassable, 1 in the Ilocos region and 6 in the Cagayan Valley. We're still monitoring the actual situation of these bridges because some roads and bridges have been closed as a precautionary measure due to the possibility of landslides, flooding, and strong water current
So preemptive.
present in the area.
Yeah, yung iba po preemptive na lamang.
Tama po kayo dyan.
Opo.
Pero the rest po medyo may mga kalye po kasi na binaha din at meron din pong mga kalye dyan na may kalahati po ay natabunan ng landslide at ongoing po ang road clearing operations.
Florita has exited the Philippine area of responsibility, Sir Mark. Let's just talk about the evacuees. Ilan po sila at ilan na po ang nakauwi? If you have the numbers.
So far, ma'am, we have a total of 956 persons staying in 19 evacuation centers in Region 1, Cagayan Valley, and the Cordilleras. So far, no notice has been issued na nakapag-uwian na po itong mga taong na nag-evacuate because number 1 po, medyo masama pa rin po yung panahon, maulap at umuulan pa rin. But as weather improves, I think the local government would be giving the notice for these persons to go home.
Okay.
We also received information of 573 persons who evacuated but did not go to the evacuation centers but went to their relatives. These evacuated populations, Pinky, had already received assistance coming from the government. We have issued more than 915,000 pesos worth of family food packs, tents, and other kits to these evacuated persons.
At iba pa po yan doon sa tulong ng DSWD, no? Sir Mark. So, were there, siguro it's good to find out.
Sama-sama na po yan.
Sama-sama na po yun.
Yes, ma'am.
It's good to find out, Sir Mark, yung pong mga LGU, local government officials, or their governors, their mayors, any one of them had called out for help that needs immediate attention?
So far, ma'am, none had sent any messages to the NDRRMC requesting for additional support.
Okay.
What happened po kasi, last Sunday, noong nabalitaan po natin from Pag-asa na yung low pressure area ay naging si Florita na, daglian po nagpatawag ng pulong dito sa NDRRMC, and all national government agencies, regional disaster councils, and local government units were already on board to make the preparations. What was committed by the NDRRMC is the material support for our local government units in case they would need additional supplies. We have more than 480,000 units of family food packs and other relief items in our warehouses that had been prepositioned for any emergency. And these have logistical support for them to be transported immediately to localities.
Any areas na brown out, sir?
So far, ma'am, we received information po that we have 17 local government units, 17 localities that had experienced power interruption. However, we have 5 of them had been restored as of this time. The local power utilities are working to restore power in the remaining municipalities.
Okay. NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal, thank you so much for your time as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Anytime po. Ingat po palagi.
Kayo din po. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.